When you have somebody at the level of the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs coming to your university, it really speaks to the fact that what's going on here at Florida State is the real deal. And he wouldn't come here if the things that were happening here weren't real, if real progress wasn't happening here, if veterans weren't getting the assistance they needed here. So it really speaks to me as a student veteran on both halves, in that my university had the thought to bring in a speaker that would speak to me specifically as a veteran and that would mean a lot to me on a graduation day. And also that General Shinseki took the time to come down here and saw Florida State as a worthy place to spend his time. It's just really special to me as a student veteran to see somebody of that caliber here.
When you're in a position like that, where you go and who you talk to says just as much as really the words you say. And so to have the Secretary here to visit with our veterans and to just share his heart and his support for them, words can't really, say.
I'm honored to have been asked to share a few words.
The emphasis that he puts upon service is just real.
I have enormous respect and admiration for the men and women who serve in our military and who go into harm's way for all of us every day.
He knows, I think, that he can't fix every problem, but he's committed to doing his best.
I'm not suggesting change for the sake of change, but any good and all good organizations must be able to adjust to changing environments.
And he gave that promise that when he eliminates the backlog of claims, he's going to retire. And after listening to him and knowing who he is and looking at his past, my money's on him. He's going to get that done.
I carry with me the memory of an incredible person, an Army nurse. In 1970, she was the head trauma nurse in the amputee ward of the 95th Medical Evacuation Hospital, Da Nang, Vietnam. I had been helicoptered there after tripping an anti-personnel landmine. My right foot was severely damaged.
And his story that he told, one of the things that I heard over and over was about how that common thread that's in all veterans, and that you can't bottle up. Whether you're under fire or facing a challenge in life or in a relationship, if you freeze up and you don't do anything, the problem just gets worse.
Soon after emergency surgery, this trauma nurse visited me with some sage advice. She looked at my injuries and told me that when I returned stateside, I would probably be offered a Symes amputation, the removal of the entire foot at the ankle. She hinted that there would be considerable pressure placed on me to sign the release form so surgeons could proceed with the removal.
It's about that desire, that necessity to keep moving forward, to make a plan, to have progress. And that works for veterans here in school, that works in life, that works in your career.
They're going to give you a lot of reasons why they think this must happen, she said, but the basic reason is that no one currently makes a prosthesis for a 4-foot amputation like yours, but they do make one for the entire foot. So the preference would be to fit me for the prosthesis they had in stock. But then she added, she had never seen any prosthetic device move the way an ankle moved in terms of flex, turn, roll.
In our lives, we're all gonna have tough times. We're all gonna have our worlds rocked at one time or another, and then we have a choice to make, Are we gonna be bitter, or are we gonna be better? And that spoke to me, that message of perseverance, and that message of hope, and the message of just a positive attitude in life, most important when things are hardest, spoke to me.
Her advice changed my life. Had she not known or cared enough to make the effort to educate me so I could choose what was best, I'm certain I would have taken the Symes procedure. I'm certain I would have, in all likelihood, left the Army after 5 years instead of after 38, and would probably not be walking without some form of support today.